Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Evil Man. Booty, 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 booty.
Booty, 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 booty. It sounds like either Super Mario or Joe Jackson's hit song, "Stepping Out."
Were you saying booty? Because that's what I was saying.
I was saying the bass line, but it sounded like booty.
It feels like something from I don't know, like the Scary Movie franchise or something. A guy would see a girl's butt and go booty, 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 right?
Yeah, but it also does sound just like a funk soul song from like the 1979 to 82.
True.
Just a guy going like booty, 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 driving me crazy, your booty. And everyone's like, turn it down. I'm gonna order through the McDonald's drive-through speaker. Booty, 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 your booty's driving me crazy.
I'm closing my sliding door onto the balcony.
Sliding doors. This is a special Sunday recording. We don't usually record on Sunday.
And Mike, it's Mother's Day today.
It is Mother's Day. It's Mother's Sunday 2024. And we are celebrating by recording our hit podcast, Evil Men.
And
Mama.
And Mike, you, I believe, celebrated with Mama today.
Yes, we went to Mama's house, me and Terrence, my older brother.
Big
and
Mama's house.
Big Mama's house.
Is your mama a big mama? No, she's just a
No,
regular mama.
Small as a pea. But we forced her to watch Big Mama's house, and we made her a brunch. I was in charge of French toast.
I saw you Instagrammed it. It looked good.
And I even brought a can of whipped cream and some strawberries. And then Terrence made bacon and potatoes. And it was a nice brunch. And mimosas. So I've had 3.5 mimosas and a wine cooler.
3.5 Men was almost going to be called 3.5 Mimosas.
3.5 mimosas.
Do you want me to give you more
You're
alcohol
wasted,
to keep
dude.
it going?
No, yeah, you need
No.
a hair of the dog
I've
from
never-
earlier.
Yeah.
I've never felt more mentally clear in my life.
You know what? Does this happen to you guys? Sometimes you have a few drinks, and then all of a sudden your brain clicks and you go, "There he is."
Yes.
He's back.
Well, I am.
The boy is back.
I find sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable in big groups and socially. Like I feel like I just can't. I'm not in the right zone to talk to people. And then you have a couple of drinks. Next thing you know, it's easy.
There he is, finger guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a big brunch for my mom too, and she
Yeah.
showed up literally, I think unironically, wearing a medal that she got for her and her ladies group came in first place at their golf club.
So she was boasting
Whoa.
at Mother's
She
Day
was
brunch.
boasting with a golf medal hanging around her neck.
You don't have one of these medals, do you, son?
Yeah.
Wow.
Number one mom is here.
Wow. Well, my mom showed. So my older brother Terrence felt left out because it turned out that So my mom just got a new toilet that has an automatically.
Oh, Mike, you didn't tell us.
Oh, my
automatically
God.
lowering and raising seat. I think I
Buried
mentioned
the
it
lead.
last episode. I think
you
I did
might
mention
have
it.
actually.
But as it
Oh,
happened,
yeah.
she told. She didn't tell my brother Terrence about the toilet, and he showed up to see it, and she had to apologize to him for keeping a toilet secret from her firstborn son. And I made a video of us all watching the toilet go up and down, the seat at least. Yeah.
Wow.
That's like the firstborn son finding out that,
He-
another son is inheriting the throne.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
The new throne.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
guys discussed who will inherit the toilet? Not to be indelicate.
Well, I think according to tradition, it would go to my older brother.
Right.
He's the firstborn
Sucks.
son.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit.
Did your mom?
I suspect foul play in the future.
Oh, Mike, don't kill. It's not worth murdering.
Man,
Yeah.
it kills older brother to inherit AI toilet.
Thank you so much for sitting on my face.
Did you get the sense your mom appreciated the nice French toast you made and the bacon that your brother
I think
made?
she did. She kept
That's
saying it
nice.
was lovely and nice, and she let me squirt the whipped cream
And she
onto
let
her.
you squirt.
She let me squirt at the
Good
table.
God.
If a mother lets her son squirt at the table, you know it's a nice family. No, she let me spray the whipped cream on her French toast. It was
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
your gift on Mother's Day,
Happy
squirting
Mother's
whipped
Day.
cream.
I will,
Happy Mother's Day.
as a present, I will squirt some whipped cream on your plate.
I'm the best son. I brought whipped cream to squirt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We had a nice meal. It was good. Yeah.
Very nice.
That's nice, Mike.
Yes.
You know, in Quebec, they give you a hard time if your toast is not French.
Yes. Oh, I was making a joke. I was like, you know what they call a French toast in France? Regular toast. And my mom was like, no, it's called pain perdu, which means lost bread. That's what it's
Wow.
called in at least Quebec.
That
Lost
makes
bread.
sense.
But why is
Lost
it?
bread?
Why is it so
wayward.
mysterious? Lost bread.
I think it's because bread wasn't there until Hemingway and Fitzgerald and Gertrude Stein were there. So it's part of the lost generation.
Lost generation.
I guess
Yeah,
it's like if one of your siblings disappears for years and comes back and then they're all covered in egg.
yeah, it comes from that
Lost,
from that old fable.
yeah.
I swear I'm your child. I don't know.
This is no son of mine. It's an egg boy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember eggs all over you.
Lost bread.
If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind saying my sisters did a really good job. They put the brunch on at their house.
Nice.
And we had quiche,
Oh,
bacon, sausages,
damn.
bagels with lox and cream cheese,
Oh,
like
mama.
huge fruit bowl. It was one of the biggest spreads. They always go all out. So
Amazing.
thank you to my sister and her wife for the lovely Mother's
What's
Day
your sister's
brunch.
name? I forget.
Can I say on here? I feel
I've
weird.
said
That's
mine.
an invasion of her
Beep.
privacy.
Yeah, you don't have to
It's
say it.
beep. It's K. K-A-Y.
Okay,
K.
fine. Go on, say it. What is the name?
K is on first. K?
K. I get it. K. What's the name, Chris?
Yeah.
Well, Chris,
That sister is K.
we had no fruit or salad involved in our breakfast.
my
It was
God.
all things that are very bad for you.
Oh.
Fried, greasy, just the way Mum likes it.
Dirty brunch.
So we gave her new toilet quite a
squirted-
workout.
You squirted whipped cream over everything.
I squirted whipped cream in the new toilet. And,
But it's AI, so does it go, this
Mom,
is
Do you
different?
mind if I squirt
Yum.
some whipped cream in the new toilet?
Yeah.
how would you
I
describe what you
prefer
do?
whipped cream.
'Cause
You
don't
know
s-
what? An
No, I know
AI
what you
toilet
mean.
discovering whipped cream would break its mind.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would
Yeah.
never want to go
This
back to the
isn't-
regular.
This is not urine or feces
Yeah.
or semen.
Do you
Un-
mean things that there are other things out there that taste like this?
Why have I
Unknown-
been eating my food?
Why have I
Unknown-
been eating shit and piss when there's whipped cream out there? You
Yum,
should have told
yum,
me.
yum. Unknown
I want
element
to
tastes so good.
I want
You
to
see
die.
an AI toilet jump off a balcony and smash.
Take me to TGI Fridays.
Get that ass away from my face. I've discovered whipped cream. There's no going back.
Take me to Dimitri's on the Danforth.
Put a cherry in me. I've heard of cherries. AI toilets escape this giant condo complex and meet up at night.
Its whole world opens up.
They
but
go
it-
to Dimitri's and order desserts. A bunch of toilets sitting in booths at a dessert restaurant.
Delicious. To sweet treats.
I don't know how we're ever going to go back to shit and piss. There's an uprising.
At least there's sometimes vomit.
Shut up, Carl.
How would you describe what you do with a can of whipped cream? Because I said squirting, which doesn't sound appropriate. but
Spray?
Spray also sounds weird. Pudding?
Yeah, what's that sound?
I garnished? I don't know.
Oh my god, I cut up fresh pineapple for me and my daughters the other day
Oh.
and sprayed whipped cream a bit on it.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Shit.
So-
I'd give my left nut for that.
Wow. Sometimes Ebony's dad will make a dessert where he soaks pineapple in, I forget if it's rum or vodka, some alcohol, and then it's
Yeah.
really good.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Or it might be hand sanitizer.
It'd be funny to
Mm.
say that you're bringing that to every party, and then every party the running gag is, oh, I forgot the pineapple.
That is good.
Looks like we're just going to have a bowl of rum.
Hey,
Can I say something
oh, yes.
before we move on from all the lovey-dovey stuff?
Mr. Locke has the floor.
Hey, congratulations to Ben Stagger and Anna Menzies.
Here comes the couple. They got married.
By the looks of their Instagram accounts, they eloped in Las Vegas.
I DM'd
How
Ben
cool
and
is
I
that?
said, "Did you guys elope?" And he said, "We told a few people."
Yeah,
Pretty cool. Well, I'm best wishes
Very
to
nice.
both of them.
that's cool. Love
That's
is the answer.
Love
It
the
is.
answer to
Lover's awesome.
and what's the question?
Why do this? Why keep doing this?
Now you also did something very exciting, Chris. Didn't you recently see the opening night of the new Cirque du Soleil show called Echo?
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's-
tell us about
on the
Echo.
red carpet.
Yeah. I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
Who's Your Father? That movie that I've talked about way too much. I'm sorry, but it's up for a couple awards at the CSAs, and so to promote it, they gave us me and Sue some tickets, and I brought my daughter Amy to Cirque du Soleil, and we got front row tickets.
Wow.
And I gotta tell you, acrobats and clowns are the fucking shit. They were flipping and joking right in our face, and it was a really excellent,
Were they-
wonderful time.
That's cool.
Go see the best acrobats and clowns in the world.
Did you-
Cirque du Soleil.
Did your
The new
daughter-
show is called Echo.
When you're that close to the acrobats, were you like, "Damn, you're fit"?
Yeah, they're oh my God. There was this guy that was doing like those rings where you go way up high in the sky and flip around, and his arms were massive.
Oh my god.
Massive.
Do you think they all date each other? These hot acrobats? They must.
I really hope so, because that's all I thought about while I was watching them was them just taking turns fucking each other.
I think Cirque du Soleil has a very strict no dating your colleagues rule.
Right, because then if you have a
Oh.
broken heart, you're like, I'm just gonna drop off of this trapeze
Or you're not
bar.
going to catch the person jumping onto your trapeze.
That's
Yes.
the thing. That's the thing. I don't want to give a lot away, but man, there's some surprises in the show. It's really excellent.
Damn.
Does anyone speak in it?
And you know what? When you think of circus clowns, you think, fuck that.
yeah.
But these ones are great.
Yeah, when
There's
I think
some
of
good stuff.
when I think of circus clowns, I'm like, fuck off, get the fuck away from me.
Stay the fuck away from me and my kids.
If you take one step closer to my daughter, I will I will ruin your
I
life.
will shoot my daughter. No way.
You can kill clowns, right?
But were they complimentary tickets for
Free
the-
popcorn, free tall cans of Sapporo,
What? So
Wow.
you're sitting there
free champagne.
munching corns and sipping beers, watching the best damn clown show.
I
of
saw
North
some
America.
Canadian celebs there.
Who?
Who?
Roz from Roz and Mocha.
Was
No way.
Is he the tall one?
Yeah.
I
the
saw
one-
Roz.
Drake?
I didn't see Drake. I think he's staying inside right now.
Drake showed up and he immediately was shot at. And
Yeah, Drake watched Cirque du Soleil from his mansion on the bridle path, where everyone knows where it is now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kendrick.
Should we go drive? Should we do a podcast episode outside his house?
We should do a podcast drive-by at Drake's house.
Mike brings a gun.
I'm pretty sure I saw Cardi there, Cardinal official,
Okay.
Nice.
who I've acted with on Run
Yeah.
the Burbs, but now he's even more big time. He's a judge on Canada's Got Talent, and he gave a big X to Ben Stagger, who recently eloped in Las Vegas.
Wow.
It's all connected.
It's all this whole world. Our whole podcast is about Ben when it comes down to it.
Wow.
Was Donald Sutherland there? Was Leonard Cohen there?
Gordon Lightfoot was there.
The two
Joni
coffins were.
Mitchell.
It's like
All
in
these
Star
old
Wars.
folk musicians were there. Rush was there.
Remember at the end of Star Wars when Luke looks up and there's his dad and Yoda in
Yeah.
the sky? You were doing that, but you were seeing
The
Gordon
ghost,
Lightfoot.
the fresh ghost of Rex Murphy was there, looking like Steve Brule.
A triumph for clown fans across the nation.
Yeah. Finally, clowns are back to how they should be. I feel like he was really complaining about some bad shit by the end of his life.
Yeah, speaking of clowns, Rex Murphy died.
Doesn't he look
Wow.
like? Is Steve Brule like
Looks like-
based on him?
If you're American, Rex Murphy was a Canadian political pundit, and he sort of looked
Yeah.
like a Muppet, and he died.
He was good friends with. There's that famous picture. There's a picture that was on Twitter last winter where he and Jordan Peterson were out at like a steakhouse together,
Oh yeah.
and they both look so serious and so
Mhm.
bored. It looks like the most dismal dinner
Yes.
of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was all meat.
Yeah.
Or exhausted.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a potato on my plate.
Excuse me, waiter. This is not how Dostoevsky described the steak in Crime and Punishment. There's other books out there, sir.
Is the chef who cooked this suffering as a man?
There are boys who want to eat steaks with more flavor. Yeah, you can never get enough of that guy. Well, I think Rex Murphy was like a funny kind of character on CBC News for a long time, right?
Yeah, for
But then
years.
he went far
Yes.
more and more conservative
his-
the older he got, like most
His
white
last
men
few years,
do.
he was just writing columns in the goddamn National Post that were like transphobic and pro Pierre Poilievre, and also the occasional religious column. Like at Christmas and Easter, he'd be like, "Let's give thanks for the miracle of Easter."
Yeah.
yeah.
We could do a light episode on him one
Sure.
day, no problem. Anyways, Cirque du Soleil was
Fuck you.
wonderful. R.I.P.
Wow.
Rex Murphy.
Well,
But James, you had a tidbit that is like burning under the seat of your pants.
I think I have a great tidbit. So,
Well, last week we had Michael's titties. Will this be the
That's
debut of a
right.
new segment called James's Titties?
I guess it could be.
Man, if we keep talking like titties like this, then my AI algorithm on
It'll never
Instagram is gonna go
recover, yeah.
ape.
TIDDIES, in case anyone's wondering.
Titties.
Tidbit.
Well, remember, I think it was last week, possibly the week before, we had a long discussion about the a cappella band Rockapella. And
yeah.
if you didn't listen to those episodes, is that a cappella?
Yeah, that's how one guy goes during the Carmen San Diego song. Carmen San Diego. I was blown away. I didn't know those guys were shown visually on the
Oh
Carmen
yes,
San
every
Diego
episode,
show.
every episode. So yes, they were the band who sang the theme song to "Where in the World Is Carmen San Diego." You can look them up. Their performance, it's something else. There's the main
Rockapella.
singer guy who has two rat tails. There's a guy with kind of a Rachel from Friends haircut, and then remember, perhaps most notably in the band Rockapella, the bass baritone singer.
Who
is
has
this-
short hair? No, wait. Turn him around. He's got the longest. What would you call it?
Rat tail.
Rat tail.
But it's like
braided.
a rat from, Papua New Guinea or something that's like 5 feet long. Like I'm saying, it's a huge, thick, long rat tail. And when you look at this guy, he looks like he has a buzz cut. He's tall. He's got this super deep voice and a big, thick, like horse's tail almost, but it's like a
Yeah.
rat tail.
You're right. He's got a freaking horse's tail braided on the back of
It's
his
beautiful. It's very nice and thick.
And in the song, it's where in the world is, and then this guy goes Carmen San Diego. Anyway, so we had this long discussion about Rockapella.
Yeah.
Well, on our Instagram DMs, a woman named Megan, thank you, Megan, sent us a little tidbit about what deep voice guy is up to now. Okay, ready?
That's awesome.
So the guy's name is Barry Carl.
Barry Carl.
And
Barry guys always have deep voice.
yes. Yeah, you're right, Barry. So she found Barry Carl on a website called heal.me. And Barry is on there. And get this. So this is Barry's bio on a website called heal.me. I have been doing therapeutic and erotic bodywork for many years. I'm also a trained and certified core energetics practitioner and couples counselor. I've been teaching and giving workshops for men in mixed groups since the 80s. I'm also a Juilliard-trained musician and singer, and I help my clients to find and free their voices so that they may express their wants, needs, and desires. I've also been a Reiki practitioner for 37 years now. For the last several years, I've spent much of my time working as a certified sexological body worker at Back to the Body sensuous retreats for women in locations around the globe.
Sexological.
Recently, I made the decision to step back from that work and concentrate on my private clients. So his job, the deep
Does he
voice...
live in a mansion with all his private clients?
I don't know, but the deep voice guy from Rockapella's current job is a sexological body worker.
There's only one direction to go when you have a deep, sexy voice like that.
Sexological.
Sexological.
Sexological body worker. Like, does he mean he has sex with you?
Sexological
Like-
body worker. I mean, it seems like he's dressing up
Is he,
what he's actually doing. Yeah.
I'm literally
what
picturing
does
him.
that mean?
I'm picturing him massaging butt cheeks and blowing into the butt.
Just going.
Ooh, sexological.
Anyway,
Yeah, I guess it's like
I just thought of all the things for that guy to be doing later in life, being a sexological body worker. was-
so. I've watched pretty much most episodes of Goop,
okay.
and I'm pretty sure I saw them do sexological work.
What is it?
There's men that hover around above their hands above females' bodies.
That's like Reiki, isn't it? Like,
Almost.
He is a
yeah.
Reiki practitioner.
There you go. And then they start gyrating and feeling the energy so hard that I'm pretty sure I remember in the episode of Goop, any of our listeners, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure some of the females experiencing this had orgasms.
Well, I'm sure if anytime
I'm sure
a
he does
guy-
that. He does vibrations that.
And
Anytime a guy from
sexological.
Rockapella walks into a room, though, a woman is gonna just automatically have
Yeah,
an orgasm.
That's the
that's
thing.
true.
So you got to ask, how many orgasms do you want? Because
And-
you're already getting one for
Well,
sure.
You know, we're obviously we're not making fun of sex therapists or any of that stuff.
or
It's just
sexological body work.
well, but
Yeah.
I just am going. What is a sexologist?
yeah, we're not making fun of it. It's just that sex stuff makes us titter
And
chuckle.
when one of the deep voice guy from Rockapella is the one doing it,
Carmen
I don't know.
Sandiego.
Is sexological body work the name of like a? It sounds like a song from like that like Digital Underground would have done or something.
Yeah.
let me examine you sexually.
I picture him saying Carmen Sandiego into a butthole. and then the client going,
That'll be $400, please.
$400, please. I need to get some new slacks
Well,
and brown shoes.
you know what?
I need to get my rat tail polished.
I need to get my rat tail out of the elevator.
His
Raise money to get. He has to do psychological work to get his rat tail unstuck
all his work
from a
all-
broken
all
elevator
his
door.
work is done as in a lobby.
Yeah, you have to go to him. He's like, sorry, my rat tail is stuck again in a crack.
There was a chewing gum incident.
Maybe he brushes women's nipples with the tip of his rat tail, and they go fucking crazy.
Well, imagine how much his throat vibrates with his deep notes.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what that would do.
Sexological.
Sexological work.
Interesting.
Did you go to school for sexologic? It's not even sexology, it's sexologic.
Let me double check here.
And he's a Juilliard graduate as well.
Yeah.
Very.
He's a
exciting.
sexological body worker.
Right.
I attended Juilliard to
Sexological.
become a sexological body worker.
Where in the world is sexological body worker?
So I know that Helen Keller is the subject of the play The Miracle Worker. Maybe this guy could be part. They could make a sequel called The Sexological Body Worker.
About Barry Carl.
About Barry Carl.
Helen Keller couldn't talk, but Barry Carl could super talk.
Wow. You think
Yeah.
that being in an a cappella group is the coolest thing a guy can do, and then he goes on to exceed all expectations.
Every
Yeah.
single guy we talk about that makes us laugh like crazy has a better life than us.
Yeah, he probably makes a ton of money. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, I know he probably made good money for a point. I looked up some Rockapella videos last night, and they were on the Today Show. They
you
did a
look-
Folgers coffee ad where they just
Right.
sang on the ad.
Can you Google what's the average salary of a sexological body worker?
Yeah, actually, I think we do need to investigate this business.
Sounds like a term made up by like an 11-year-old
Okay,
kid.
I have an answer. According to the Somatica Institute,
Okay.
the average sexologist
Okay, so it is sexologist.
in the U.S. earns about $57,000 a year, according to.
An
Nope.
arousing amount of money.
But he's not a sexologist; he's sexological.
Yeah.
That's positive. That's what it says.
highly sexological.
Sexological.
That is sexological, Captain. That's
Yeah.
Mike's joke.
Number one. Number 1, have you analyzed this planet?
It's hardly sexological.
Oh.
They seem incredibly hostile and highly sexological.
Captain, I'm sensing the aliens on that planet are highly sexological.
Yeah, Deanna Troy's like, I'm sorry, Captain. I can't go to this planet. My breasts are about to explode. The sexological energy is too much. And then Jordy's like, I'll go. We're recording again.
Guys, before we get to this week's topic, I need to mention that we have a Patreon account that you can find at patreon.com/evilmen.
Holla.
If you sign up and pay us some money every month, not very much at all, you get 2 bonus episodes a month.
It's not that much.
We're gonna
Yeah.
tape a bonus episode after this,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you guys about that I watched the movie Unfrosted with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh.
And you're not gonna know if I loved it or hated it unless you listen to the bonus.
My mom, who was wearing a medal to the Mother's Day
Yeah.
brunch today because her ladies group won first place at golf.
Yeah.
Wow.
She loved Unfrosted.
Really? Well,
She can't believe how smart the writing is.
Didn't she send you a text saying you have to watch this movie?
Yes, and I screen grabbed it, and I'll keep it forever.
well, you'll find out some more details about Unfrosted.
I just want to know.
Mm.
I just want to know all about Schumer's performance.
I'll reveal some info. Also, if you join the Patreon, you get to chat with us on Discord. And guess what? Last week's topic I got off the Discord, and this week's I did too. So, I mean, you're really part of the show. Anyway, so please check it out. If you're already a member, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Also, we're not done with the announcements just yet. Everyone always asks us, when are we guys going to do another live show? Those are the best. And you know what? Every time we do a live show, they sell out and people act literally bananas.
100%.
Like monkeys who are craving bananas. They fly from the ceilings. They rip up the seats. The Evil Men live show is quite an experience that you don't want to miss. And if you're in Toronto, Saturday, June 22nd, Evil Men is live. And that's me, James, and Mike, and always with some excellent guests who are hilarious and maybe even celebs. You never know who's going to show
Easily
up.
could be.
Yeah,
We haven't
yeah.
booked it yet. It's still open. So get your tickets. They're starting at 27.96. You know what the point means? That 96 is only pennies, baby. 27 is the dollars.
And it's actually 25, but that's just the fees and all that.
And where is the show happening?
It's happening at the Paradise Theater again on Bloor Street, which is right down the street from the Comedy Bar. where
Beautiful
we-
theater.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful theater.
We
We
did it-
performed there last time.
And it was a
Yes.
blast.
It was unbelievable.
And there's a little produce shop across the street that sells fresh fruits and vegetables.
literally so fresh.
So-
I've had blueberries from there, Honeycrisp apples. I've had melons, bananas, you name it.
Yeah.
Get some fruit, bring it to the Paradise Theater.
Treat
Do
yourself.
not throw it at us like we're some old vaudeville show
No.
from 1905.
Yeah.
But that's Saturday, June 22nd at the Paradise Theater in Toronto. Evil Men Live. Get your tickets now. The link is in the Evil Men bio on Instagram. Click
and
it.
also, Mike, will you put the link to buy tickets in the information of this very episode?
I think I will.
Oh, so you can even just look at your phone right
Yeah.
now and find the link.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I'll put the directions to the produce shop that's across the street from the Paradise Theater as well.
Honestly, see you there.
James, is that you?
Yes,
Okay, I just wanted to check. Do you have ID to just confirm your
Oh.
identity?
I guess so. My wallet's over
Right.
here.
Have you been drinking, sir?
No, have
Right.
you?
Well, yes. Okay. It's all above board. We have one question for you, or you're going to jail. Who is the subject of this week's Evil Men podcast episode?
Well, this week's topic was suggested to us by a listener who goes by the handle internet user on Discord.
Interesting.
So thank you very much, internet user.
Ooh, I've seen that one.
Yeah. He's a true friend of the show.
I still don't know who it is.
Yes, you do.
No, the guest.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
don't know who the guest
the topic.
is. You know internet user.
I know who internet user is. I'm thank you, internet user, but I genuinely haven't even
No.
whispered
And in
a
fact,
secret.
I think I'm not even going to tell you what his thing is until it just happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. This
Yeah.
is I love being on the edge of my tuchus.
I feel like
Oh.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
What?
I do too, but not because of this podcast.
Well, this week's evil man is known by his name, which is James Scott.
James Scott.
I actually went to high school with a Jamie Scott. but-
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty
Scott.
sure I know James Scott.
Yeah.
And was that the character from the first Star Trek, Mr. Scott? Not
James
far
Doolan played
Yeah, yes.
Scotty.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Or
it
Doohan, sorry.
James Doohan.
Wasn't James
Doohan.
Doohan somehow Canadian, even though he was Scottish too?
I think he was born here and then he became Scotland.
I can't do it, Scott. What do you say? He's like, I can't do it, Captain. I'm Scottish.
I can't do it, Captain. I'm Scottish Canadian. Well, this guy, James Scott, was born in 1959 in Quincy, Illinois.
Ah.
Okay.
He was a bit of a troubled youth, this James Scott.
Lock him away. Throw away the key.
So was I. So what?
Well, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but Mr. James Scott, when he was young, would vandalize mailboxes.
What?
Oh.
He would steal,
Ooh.
and he even sometimes set things on fire.
Bring back the death penalty.
My God, man.
Were you guys ever tempted to light something on fire?
I was involved in a fire incident when I was like the 7th grade.
What?
That's around when I got in trouble too.
Wait, what did you guys light on fire?
I got a Bic lighter.
And?
I think I've mentioned this story in the past. We were hanging out. It's me and my friend Jeff and his weird friend
Jeff.
Selby, who went to a different school. We're hanging out and
Selby is such a sketchy guy's name.
and we were hanging out in the
No offense to Selby.
No
Nixon.
offense, but
yeah, no offense, no,
sketchy.
nothing but love.
it's like Corey.
We were hanging out in the parking lot behind a strip mall in Oshawa, and he had a pack of matches, and he kept lighting matches, and we were beside a dumpster. Then he like lit a match and threw it in a dumpster, and then we were just like hanging out for a bit, and then we all went our separate ways home, and as we walked, like, I don't know, 5 minutes later, I turned around and saw like there was like a huge column of fire going up in the sky from the dumpster that was like definitely like on fire, and then the fire department came.
Oh,
and
man.
I think all of our parents were called.
Oh,
and it
no.
was-
So you got in trouble for it.
well, I
This
was like,
Oshawa?
it was Oshawa. No,
Yeah, that checks out.
I immediately was like, I know it was the guy Selby.
Selby might come back and
Yeah.
kill you, Mike.
Well,
One time my grandma and granddad were visiting. They were upstairs, and I was in the basement. And they were in the living room having a chat with my parents. And I was lighting pieces of paper on fire in the basement with my Bic
Dude.
lighter that someone gave
While
me.
your grandparents are upstairs.
Yeah, and then the fire that got too big in the basement, and then the alarm went off in the house.
Oh my
I got in
god.
big trouble.
was we lighting the carpet on fire?
And so they were like, Chris,
Basically.
what are you doing? I was just
Yeah.
lighting some papers on fire. Why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I was like,
that must happen all the time. People's houses must burn down because their kids are going through that phase where it's like,
yeah,
oh, I burned down the house for no reason.
yeah.
I don't think I quite had a burning things phase. My friend Brian
yet.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
It usually happens in your second year of marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was
Then
only
I
a few years ago.
Uh,
For
Oh,
me.
fair enough. So not only did James Scott, start burning stuff,
Mm-hmm.
he even burned down his elementary school as a kid.
Burning down schoolhouse, the fireworks.
Hey, if you wanted to
Yeah.
miss a test, you could just fake a cough. Holy cow.
Yeah. Ferris
Uh,
Bueller over here going to the max.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller's complicated plan is just to burn down the high school.
Ow, ow.
Although I guess if that principal might have died,
Jeffrey
he might have
Jones.
done the world
Yes.
somewhat of a favor.
Leave him
Hate to Say
alone.
it. Okay,
I mean, I'm saying that to Jeffrey Jones.
that's right. So James, he's troubled. He's in and out of prison.
Wait, which James is troubled? The one right
I'm
beside us,
not
right, Mike?
troubled at all.
Yes.
You're not troubled at all, eh? You're fine.
James Scott was in and out of prison 6 times by his early 20s.
Because of fires?
Yeah, and stuff like that. Fires, stealing.
Cool.
He got a 7-year sentence in his early 20s for setting an apartment building on fire. So this guy's trouble. If you're in Quincy, Illinois, you know James Scott, and you're like, oh, that guy's trouble. He's in and out of jail. He's like causing issues.
Firestarter prodigy.
Oh,
Oh, very good.
I think of it more like this. Oh
yeah. It does have the cyber wah effect. And it's like...
Can you do the down? I was listening to that in the car like a week ago. It still rocks.
Yeah, I want to... Yeah.
And then they got that one. Take my picture, smack my bitch up.
Right.
Anyway,
They're nice guys.
well, the lead singer apparently was really nice, and he owned a pub in England.
Yeah.
Or
Passed
whatever.
away, though, right?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
So back to James.
James Scott, he's lit a bunch of fires. He spent 7 years in jail, and around the age of 30, he gets out of jail. This is like, early 1990s.
I'm the fire starter, getting out of jail.
And he started working at Burger King. Work at Burger King.
Smack my burger up.
So, yeah, he's working at Burger King. He's 30.
Excuse me, my burger's on fire. Can I speak to the manager, please?
Can I have a Whopper? Hey, you're that pyromaniac from a few years ago. I guess I'll get the fiery, angry Whopper.
No, there's a pack of matches in my fries.
Some of them have been struck.
You really love fire.
There's no way he didn't light some fries on fire. There's no way.
Burn French fries.
So, it's 1993 now. You guys probably don't remember this, but in 1993, it was really rainy in Illinois.
Oh God! It
Do you
does
remember
ring a
that,
bell.
Mike?
Yes. Yeah, I was in 8th grade, and
in
I was
Canada?
like, "My God!" Even though I don't live there, it must be just so soggy in Illinois right now. Yeah.
Well, Mike, your memory is really good, actually, because it was really rainy that summer. And not long after James was released from prison, he's here in rainy Quincy, Illinois. But the damn Mississippi River starts flooding. It's that rainy.
Oh no!
And the Mississippi River goes through Quincy, this town. So,
And that's his enemy, water.
oh my
Right?
God, I never thought of it like that, but you're
Yes.
right. It's literally his enemy.
Ironically, too,
Hmm?
the Breeders album came out in 1993 called Last Splash.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh, I love that song.
Me too.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, Mike put on sunglasses if you're.
I don't
if
think
you're
he
not
put them
watching.
on. I think us doing that song
They
made
just
them.
appeared. Hey, by the way, if you want to watch these episodes, subscribe to our YouTube. I put them all up on there. Almost everybody just listens and doesn't watch, but you can watch. Mike, the link is in the information about the episode.
Yes.
Anyway,
If you like watching long videos of men in their 40s never growing up,
The 3 Peter Pans, they call us.
screw you, Captain Hook, you old bitch.
So the Mississippi River is bursting its banks and going
literally
through Quincy, Illinois.
flooding.
We are not letting James do
you
this
know,
episode.
no, are you kidding me? I'm prompting it.
Okay. So yeah,
Nothing that interesting has happened yet. It's just some.
I'm
kinda
excited though. I
sketchy
am
dude.
excited. I'm like, that's why I'm joking so much. I'm so excited.
I am too. So it's just a rainy summer, and this guy's out of jail, and the Mississippi River's flooding all over the place. It's a huge problem. Okay, so over in Quincy, Illinois, the townsfolk, they're spending July that year helping to reinforce the West Quincy levee, And you know, a levee is Bruno's joining us. Hi, Bruno. You know, a levee is, you know, when you kind of sandbag the sides of a river
Yes.
to stop the river
Yeah.
flooding.
You probably
Oh, when
don't
the
know.
levee breaks?
If it keeps
Banner,
on
By
raining,
Led Zeppelin.
banner.
Quincy's
Yeah.
gonna be wet.
If it keeps on raining, Quincy's gonna be wet.
Oh God, what a good John Bonham drum beat.
Do you think there's any way? I know that song was written before this event happened, but is there any way
No, it's
it could
connected.
be based on it?
It's
Anyway,
connected.
so everyone is in Quincy, Illinois. We're all working together, and we're gonna stop this river from flooding and ruining our town. Okay,
Okay.
and all their hard work seemed to be working.
Good.
Believe it or bloody
Oh.
not. By July 16th, the river had stopped rising and actually dropped 1.5 feet below the levee.
Yes.
Levee.
Eugene
Levee.
Levy.
I say levee. Anton Levee. Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Anyway, so all's
There's
good.
evil men raining from the sky in this episode.
So all is good, right? I mean, the levee's working. The flood's just going down.
Case closed. Okay.
Wrong.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Wrong. That night, the levee unexpectedly failed when the river burst through its main stem. This was a huge disaster. The overflowing river water spilled into all this low-lying farmland and flooded 14,000 acres. A barge was sucked into the levee and slammed into a gas station, causing a huge fire and explosion. So it was this huge disaster. Big catastrophe.
This is what Led
Jeez.
Zeppelin warned us about.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
The flood also washed out all the bridges in the area. And so people had to
forever
for
to
l-
make those bridges.
so like and
Sorry, guys.
these were the only links across to get across this river, so people had to drive 80 miles to St. Louis to fly or get a ferry just to cross this river for weeks
Holy
and weeks.
crap. This is insane.
Several businesses were destroyed, most of which never
The
returned.
river is the evil man of this episode.
I mean, kind of, unless it's someone else. So around this time, this is a huge disaster now. Now the news is showing up in in Quincy, and they're like, you know, talking to people about what the hell happened. The levee broke and it's a disaster. So I actually watched a video of this online, and the news is there on camera, and the news pulls someone in like on one of their live broadcasts, like the reporter's like,
Mhm.
"Come over here, sir."
Yeah.
And she pulls onto the scene James Scott, our subject this week. And she's like,
Ooh, I think I'm really loving where this is going.
and she's like, okay, sir, you were the first person on the scene when the levee broke. Yeah, you were the first person here, and you know,
Use your head, James.
yeah. And she's like, you were the one here when the levee broke, and he's like, yeah. Everyone left, and I just thought, you know, I'm going to stick around and make sure everything's all good. And I saw a little hole and tried to put a sandbag in it, and I don't know. And the news reporter's like, you did everything you could. You did everything you could.
Oh,
So-
I want to watch that. Is he wearing Burger King clothes?
Yeah, he's wearing the Burger King costume. So when on the video I watched, the police were saying like, we were watching the news and we know James Scott because we arrested him about 500
Yeah.
times.
And the
And-
news is saying you're the only person
Yeah,
here.
the police are going, that's interesting. A known criminal arsonist troublemaker is being interviewed on TV as the first guy on the scene after this disaster happens. Interesting. So basically, James claimed that he was the only person at the levee in this flood, and he saw a weak spot, and he tried to pull some sandbags from one area and put them into that area. He said he then went for a drink, only to come back and discover that the levee had let go.
Oh no.
The police also,
He's a guy
yeah.
who loves disasters, right?
I mean, clearly, it's suspicious. It's really suspicious.
Mhm.
Even more suspicious is on the news broadcast, James looks clean and sort of showered, and everyone working on the levee was really filthy and sweaty and like covered in mud and
Right.
stuff. So the police also thought that was a little weird.
Right. I just showed up to pull one sandbag.
Yeah, I can't. He kind of has a southern, like, I guess this part of Illinois has a little bit of a southern drawl, so he's a little like, I just came here and, yeah, I just moved a sandbag and, oh, man. And the reporter's like, it's okay. It's okay. You did what you could. So the Missouri authorities were suspicious, too, because the levee failed at one of its strongest points, and it was already inspected 2 hours earlier. Suspicious. So then we learn, so the police are obviously like, okay, we've got to talk to James Scott. And that was an easy thing to do because there were already a couple warrants out for James's arrest at this time for giving bad checks and for stealing a car.
Oh, okay.
Why did he show up on the news?
I don't know.
He's the first guy there.
Literally two warrants out for his arrest.
I keep finding these cars that I'm sitting in. Just trying to help.
Yeah, I was pulling out a sandbag to just put in one of those cars I found just to help. So the police bring in James, and during questioning, James admitted he pulled 4 sandbags from one portion of the levee and put him to the trouble spot that he claimed to have seen. James told police, quote, "My town was in trouble. The folks in Quincy and in West Quincy were about to lose everything. That's why I went down to that levee. I had no plans to hurt anything. They needed help, so I helped."
I wonder why James didn't just say, "I'm bad."
Well, he denied intending to cause any harm, and he said, quote, "I didn't mean to cause a problem, but I did. I'm up shit creek."
Whoa. The levee, Shit Creek. It's all.
Shit's Creek.
Yeah.
Holy
levee.
shit.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, that's what you're pointing at.
Yeah.
I feel crazy.
What is going on? And
Jesus
when you guys walked
Christ.
in earlier, I was having sex with a warm apple pie on my counter.
I know.
Oh my
It was
God.
crazy. And your eyebrows were like, "Rrr."
And by the way,
Yeah.
guys, that pie I served you afterward, that apple pie, it was the same pie.
No, James.
Oh my God. Well, before I came over here,
Yeah.
I was sitting in the John eating candy,
Okay.
reading the novelization of Uncle Buck.
Oh wow,
Everything is
that's not
going
really
crazy.
connected. What was it? UT
I guess
Levy
it's
and
like
Uncle
there's
Buck?
an SCTV
Sure,
deep connection
Sure, yeah.
with our lives today.
Remember what was the one where John Candy was a detective, Harry Crumb?
Who? Yeah.
Who's
the-
Harry Crumb?
Who the fuck is Harry Crumb?
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this Harry Crumb shit? I wouldn't kick Harry
Harry
out
Crumb-
of bed for crumbs.
Harry Crumb is not as good as Uncle Buck.
No.
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 Remember when
the ones he did for what's the 16
John
Candle
Hughes?
John Hughes movie? John Hughes gave John Candy his best movies. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Great Outdoors, Uncle B, and Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Think about that. That's a hit rate right there.
Damn. Great Outdoors is so good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I love it.
Okay. So James is up shit creek. Okay. So,
I'm up Shit's Creek.
So authorities are like investigating all this, and they chat to an old friend of Scott's named Joe Flax. And Flax told the authorities that James Scott told them he had broken the levee so he could strand his wife Susie on the Missouri side of the river. Susie worked as a waitress at a truck stop in Taylor, Missouri. As the story went, James Scott wanted to be free to party, fish, and have an affair.
I flooded the city. I'm never going to see my ex-wife again.
Susie. I ain't never going to see Susie again.
Yeah, good so long, Susie.
Now I can have sex with Shelly.
Just party and fish and have sex.
Hey, it doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
So investigators found other witnesses, too, who said Scott boasted about breaking the levee at a party after the flood. Damn. So, obviously, this is enough evidence to bring Mr. James Scott to trial in November 1994. So he was arrested, and get this is pretty interesting. James Scott became the only American ever charged with causing a catastrophe. That was the charges against him. He caused a catastrophe.
Wow. In America, it's against the law to not want to be with your wife, I guess, right?
But I
Yeah,
thought America
yeah,
was all about
Susie.
freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took James Scott's freedom away.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
being free.
Yeah. Now he has to see Susie,
Yeah.
and he can't have affairs on her
If they
because
could
of the
think
river.
They put Susie in prison with him.
Is there any other way he couldn't have been with Susie? No.
That river had to go.
That's what his lawyer argued.
Your Honor.
Your Honor,
You've seen Susie, Your Honor. There's no way Mr. Scott had any chance of not seeing her unless that river broke.
Nothing short of a flood could keep them apart.
Susie
God.
can't float, Your Honor.
Causing a catastrophe.
So
Wow.
long, Susie.
I love the idea of
So where's
taking
the
some
party?
sandbags out of a dam, flooding a whole town, and being like,
So long, bitch.
That's that.
it's like a cartoon bad guy.
Like poke a hole in a dam. So long, bitch.
I'm free.
Yeah.
Fishing, partying, bullshit.
Jesus Christ, people are insane.
I broke the levee and I don't have to see Susie.
Sexologist.
Sexronomicon. What's it called?
Sexological body work.
Yeah. Now I'm free to do my sexological body work on my fishing trip.
So, prosecutors and investigators believe that James Scott either removed or cut the plastic sheets covering the levee, then burrowed through the sand until water rushed in. However, so I'm going to throw this, to this point, it all seems pretty cut and dry, right? Well, there is a bit of doubt. The defense brought in a soil expert.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are serious. And
They're
this-
fun to talk to at parties, too.
Oh, cool record player. You know, soil would be very bad to put on that.
Yeah.
So the soil expert analyzed the pictures and everything, and he said, no way. That levee was going to break on its own. Nobody needed to sabotage that. So
Yeah.
there's some, not exactly evidence, but there's an argument to be
But
made.
he told people he broke it.
So they say. So they say.
Oh, so everybody, all his friends were conspiring against him.
Well, that is a good point. That is a good point. But there were also like 11 or 12 smaller levee fails upriver. So it's not like it's unheard of for that to happen. There was also speculation that a last-minute decision to bring in bulldozers to shore up the levee actually weakened its structural integrity. But, Chris, just like you said, the prosecution presented a bunch of witnesses who said they heard James Scott bragging about it.
Also, it's such a catastrophe that I'm sure the towns wanted a culprit.
Well, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It is a weird situation because obviously it looks like he did it. But, he could have just been a wrong place, wrong time. And with such a bad reputation, no one's going to believe him.
I think I did this.
Yeah, I'm up shit creek.
How hell?
I'll never light a fire again.
I always hated water.
That should have been his defense. Like, my client would never do anything involving water, Your Honor. He loves fire.
He's a firehead.
Not a waterhead, sir, Your Honor.
Ew, water.
He throws up. They show him a picture of water.
Yeah. Just as
Now, does that look like a man who would go near a lot of water?
It's like Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
They have to like hold his eyelids open. So there was a 3-day trial, and the jury deliberated for about 4 hours, and they convicted.
Did they have pizza?
Let me check my notes. Yes, they had pepperoni,
Yes.
mushroom, green pepper.
Oh, and it says Domino's.
Yeah, from Domino's.
bad.
Yeah, and it says that 8 of the 12 jurors had diarrhea within the next 24 hours.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
James. Like, they blame him for
Yeah.
breaking the dams in their colon.
James Scott was convicted of causing a catastrophe.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Bruno jumped on the table.
Jumped right over me.
A month later, James was sentenced to 10 years in prison to run consecutively with a 10-year burglary sentence he already had.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
let me just throw a little more doubt, another doubt log
Doubtfire.
on the fire.
I wanted to say
On the
it
Mrs.
too.
Doubtfire. So, among the people who testified against James Scott was a guy named Norman Hare, who was the president of the Fabius River Drainage District and the largest owner of land on the Missouri side of the river directly affected by the flood.
Norman Hare.
Yeah. So
Did he know James?
no.
Oh, this is getting interesting.
So according to a Vice News documentary, Norman Hare received an insurance payout
Oh, I knew it.
for damages caused to his land, although he did not have flood insurance.
Oh.
But since the flood was determined to have been caused by vandalism rather than a natural disaster, this guy was able to collect on homeowners insurance. And he did not disclose this at the trial. So one of the big witnesses was going to get like a ton of money, let's say millions of dollars, if this trial found James Scott guilty of causing a catastrophe, and would get nothing if it was determined to be a natural disaster.
Right.
And he was a witness.
The land that was damaged, was it just land or was it, you know what I mean?
It was 14,000 acres. It was farmland. It was like a town. It was a bunch of bridges.
No, but I mean this guy, Nathan Hares or whatever his name is.
Yeah, his town.
Oh, wait,
his land
Nathan
was
Hare's a comedian friend we know. What was this guy's
Norman Hare.
name? Norman Hare.
So Norman.
Nathan, you got some competition out there.
so his land
Meet
was
Norman Hare.
his land was ruined by the flood.
Right.
And this wasn't disclosed.
But what kind of?
No.
But that's the thing. Like, if he's, if he's behind it, he still had his land destroyed.
No.
Because of the insurance payout.
Right. Oh no. You wait. You mean if James is behind it?
No, if Norman, because he's going to benefit from it so much.
No. So he didn't do it.
Oh.
Here's the thing. So Norman's land is ruined, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's fucked.
But he's getting into massive insurance payout.
If James is convicted guilty,
Oh, that's the only thing.
He gets
so
an
he's
insurance
like push
payout.
James to be guilty.
if James is found not guilty and this is
Right,
just a
right,
natural
right.
disaster, he
I
gets
see.
nothing.
I was waiting. I was looking for a bigger hook than possible.
Well, it's an incredible incentive to lie.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Huge incentive to lie.
Yeah.
So,
Darn, I wanted it to be like he was the mastermind. Flood some of my barren
I've got an
land.
idea. I'm gonna ruin my own land.
That's what I was
and
wondering.
and then put it up to a
I
50-50
know,
chance if
stupid.
I get insurance or not.
I'm the son of a woman who wears a golf medal around. What do you want from me?
That would be a twist. No, it was either like James did it. It was just, was he trying to cause a catastrophe or was it like
So what?
And
an
Norman
accident.
Hare wants it to be a catastrophe.
What did the?
once it happened? Yeah. Well, yeah, he was found guilty and he's in jail and he's eligible for parole in 2026. And James maintains his innocence. I know he said that stuff to the cops about like, I'm up shit creek, but he maintains he was just trying to help and it didn't work out and the levee broke. But also interesting, there was a book written about this and a Vice News documentary, and both of those were really critical of the guilty verdict. So that's the whole story. It's not especially long or crazy, but just kind of interesting.
Did
It is interesting.
Did they ever talk to his was Susie the wife?
Not that I heard. I think Susie's such a bitch.
Were there
She
any
didn't even defend
fatalities
him.
from the flood?
No, there weren't.
Okay.
There weren't.
All right.
I know. It kind of sucks. No, just
So
but it was a
lame.
huge, legitimate, huge disaster.
So
yeah,
it
it
could've-
cost millions of dollars of damage.
He could have just been. I mean, he's a guy with a track record of breaking the law and causing fires and stuff. He could have just happened to have been in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, like
and be on
and the
camera.
worst. Yeah,
It's like I was the first guy here.
yeah, and like
Interesting.
the worst possible, the most suspicious guy in this town to have been the one there when it broke.
Right.
Is he still in prison? No.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
more
he
years.
2026 he
Yeah.
can get out, but you can watch him. He's in
Jeez.
prison and he's talks about it in this documentary. And
This
he's just
sucks.
So the Norman Hare guy got millions of dollars in insurance
Yeah.
payouts. Wow.
and he
Okay.
wouldn't have if he was found innocent.
Right. Interesting. Well,
Very interesting.
thank you for telling us the fascinating story of James
I'm picturing
Scott.
I'm picturing a Burger King with 3 feet of water in it.
Well, yeah, that probably happened.
Damn.
I know. Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, that's
I used
the
to like
worst
those
part.
Burger King chicken sandwiches. Those big.
Oh, the long one.
Oh, I love those long ones.
Long ones.
They have a lot of mayonnaise on them.
I know, which I do like.
I like mayonnaise.
I get the olive oil Hellmann's though.
I'm mayonnaise pilled.
Well, is it time to bring out the
Evilometer.
Oh, look, and he's got a barbecue lighter in one hand and some matches in the other hand, and he has a shirt that says "I hate Susie." That's rude, Evilometer.
Oh.
And he smells like grease from a Burger King.
Oh my God, Evilometer, you are so funny.
Evilometer, I'll have Whopper Jr.
I'll have just a regular Whopper.
Do you have
Whoa.
anything gluten free?
Oh God.
I guess I'll have nothing.
Have the Whopper patty.
I don't even know if that's gluten free. Might
oh
be.
my God, you're right.
Probably bread in it.
Want
Okay,
to wear my glasses, Bruno?
this is a tough one. I don't know if I want to go first. In fact, I don't want to go first.
I'm going, and I'm only going to give him a 4
Wow.
Forward.
because he's a troublemaker.
Do you think he did it? I know you didn't watch the documentary or get any evidence. You're just going off what I'm saying, but
Well, like, it's really enjoyable to think he did it.
yeah.
Like, it's fun in a story wise, but also, like, would he really just go on the news
he would be so dumb.
and be like,
I was the only one here.
I was the only one here, and then it started flooding and ruining everything. But I don't know.
And he was already wanted for other crimes.
I thought the other evidence you brought up was interesting about the bulldozers
Mhm.
pushing the land around and the levee already breaking a certain whatever arteries of the river up further up or whatever you said. Didn't you say that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Tributaries? what was it? Like farther up.
Hmm.
Parts of the river were already breaking.
Some yes. Parts the levee was breaking all over the damn
I'm going to
place.
sound smart and say some tributaries. I have no fucking clue. But I'm going for it because I just think he's a troublemaker. I don't think he's like, a super savage psycho killer.
I think
Susie would probably give him a higher score, but
We should try to interview Susie.
also no
Yeah.
one was killed.
No one was killed. I mean, I think
Yeah.
could have been easily, but no.
I think that he just sounds like a really dumb guy, and you'd think if I was in his position and I was wanted and had already been in jail for all sorts of arson, I wouldn't wait around and be the first guy on camera at a disaster. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't do that.
I got to get out of here. That's the thing. He didn't
Yeah.
say, I got to get out of here. He stuck
Yeah.
around.
It would be really bold or so insanely dumb to stick around if you thought, I'm going to fuck up this river. I'm going to basically ruin this town for no reason.
So he did move some he
yes,
totally did
He
move
did
some
move sandbags, but in his mind it was like he
Was
thought
him?
he was helping, and
Yeah.
and according to like the soil expert or whatever, maybe
Yeah.
what he did didn't fuck anything up.
Right.
Like maybe that had nothing to do with it breaking.
I think when he was trying to, he was just trying to help too when he burned the schoolhouse down. He was just trying
Right.
to warm
He was-
warm it up.
Yeah, the school was getting a bit cold, and you let him.
I'm gonna give him
Just trying to help.
a 4.5. I guess it's maybe just wrong place, wrong time, dumb criminal. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really like intrigued by the idea that he didn't do it, and he's just the ultimate wrong place, wrong time kind of guy, and he
Yeah.
had to spend like however long it's been, like 25 years in jail, because he was getting in so much trouble, and he just didn't think clearly about maybe not being on TV. But I guess if you really didn't mean to do anything, you're just going, why would I pretend I wasn't here? I don't know.
And his
Yeah.
friends, multiple friends, said that he told them
That's-
his master plan.
That's pretty damning. I mean, maybe he was like
Damning.
oh my God.
oh my God.
I mean, maybe if you're maybe he thought that was funny, like, yeah, I did it, whatever, but you shouldn't do that because then later when a podcast talks about you,
Yeah.
we're gonna go, well,
Maybe that's just the classic James Scott sense of humor. He's like, yeah, I guess I caused a flood. And, at least I don't have to see my wife anymore. And then they were like, he told us he did it.
right? Maybe James
I
Scott was
could
just
actually
wry.
see myself making a joke like that in
Yeah.
a bar.
Holy fuck! You better watch out.
I'm
dude.
dumb. I would totally get in trouble.
I can go
Making a
fishing
joke.
and party now.
What if James Scott just had a?
That sounds funny. That would make you laugh.
You're right. What if James Scott just had a delightfully wry sense of humor?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's
I mean-
illegal in America now to be funny.
I will
Well-
say, when you watch the video of him, that doesn't jump out. Like, you don't go, this guy has a sense of humor like Mike or something.
Yeah, maybe he's more like Han Solo. Like Han Solo was a crook, right?
Yeah.
Was he fully a crook?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Wow.
Can't
All right.
trust anyone these days.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna give him a 2.8.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy because you love property.
I do.
And a lot
I
of property
love
was damaged.
Landlord rights.
Yeah,
I
you like
just-
that.
I think for some reason I don't think he did it, and I don't really know why.
Hmm.
I
But I
like
don't
that.
think he
though.
did it.
No, I like where you're leaning. I'm giving him a 4 simply because it seemed like he couldn't keep himself out of trouble, so he was gonna, like, he's stealing cars and forging checks. Like, he's gonna get in more trouble the more he was out, anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm giving him a 4 as like he's just a bad egg from the beginning.
And why the heck did he get in so much trouble?
Yeah.
Well, what, like, maybe his parents could have put him in
Yes.
baseball or something? I mean, come on.
I forged those checks because I was just trying to help money go places.
I was trying to buy some fire.
I burned down the school because my parents weren't paying attention to me. And now they are.
Whoa, breakthrough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the story of James Scott.
May
4 to me is,
Yeah.
May that be a lesson to our listeners. Don't light fires and cause floods.
Yeah.
Michael, and that is exactly what we want people to take away from this.
But if you have caused fires or caused massive damaging floods, let us know at evilmen@gmail.com, I think.
I think
Pod.
it's Evil Man Pod. And you know what? I can't remember the last time I checked that email. So send us an Instagram DM.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know how many fires you're planning on starting.
And who knows? Maybe on June 22nd at our live show, we'll have a certain live guest joining us via satellite from prison
Oh.
named James Scott on the
That'd be-
stage.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Also, if you work at Burger King, we love Burger King here at Evil Men. So send us some food.
And again, if it's gluten free, all the better.
Mm-hmm.
Fries?
I think some fast food fries aren't, some are not.
Interesting.
Sad.
Damn, dude.
I know.
Well, aside from Burger King having maybe gluten issues in some of its food, this episode was another good one, eh? This was another good episode of Evil Men.